Long ago, the highway from Ruanon to Quorlen was torn in two by a terrible earthquake that scarred the land for hundreds of miles. This deep crevice became known as the Moken Gorge, the Chasm of Doom, for its fathomless depths are cursed with a dreadful legacy. It was here, during the age of the Black Moon, that King Ulnar killed the mightiest of the Dark Lords, Lord Vashna, whose body, along with the bodies of all his followers, were cast down into its bottomless reach. The legends say that his death cry will echo through the gorge until he rises again to wreak his vengeance on Summerlund and the House of Ulnar.
In other words, he's being a bitch even in death.
Yeah, and he's probably not his mood has probably not improved after you failed his last attempt to get out.
Yeah.
You're eager to avoid the Chasm of Doom, and the long detour to the free city-state of Cashion is a far better prospect than a visit to the ghost city of Moken. Gradually, the fertile plain of southern Ruanon gave way to the sparse vegetation on the borders of the dry main. There, like a jewel rising out of the desert, lies the city-state of Cashion. Your stay in the city of merchants is a brief but profitable one. A piece of luck helped by your Kai skills gives a profitable win at the gambling house of the Silver Sage. With the gold you win, you replenish your supplies and purchase a fresh mount for your ride to Quorlen. A week later, you arrive safely at the outskirts of Quorlen, and in the evening twilight, find yourself gazing upon the fortified wall that surrounds this river town. To reach Vareta, you must cross the river, and only here at Quorlen is there a bridge that spans the fast-flowing waters of the Quor. The highway divides as it approaches the town wall, for there are two gates that provide access to the east side. And you may use your Magna Chi discipline of pathmanship now if you want.
Sure, let's look at the path.
By the way, for some reason I like that word qual. I think I heard it in King Solomon's Mines first.
I think it sounds like something you might say while coughing.
Yeah, but I think it is some kind of dwelling.
Qual!
I think it is some kind of dwelling. I remember, it just makes me remember the name Uslupagas. He was cool.
Okay. In any case, your Magna Chi skill tells you the meaning of a symbol carved into the stone above the south gatehouse. It is a winged spur, the emblem of the army of Lyris. This gate must be the entrance to the guardhouse, for the highway that leads to the north gate shows signs of more frequent use where its steeply rutted surface has formed the brunt of merchant traffic to and from Cassion. The tracks that mark the road here are only those of iron-shod horses. As the border guards of Lyris have a poor reputation for hospitality, it would be wise to avoid them if possible. So, do you wish to approach the north or south gates?
Let's just stay away from those guards.
Yep.
So, north gate then. A peasant wagon and a merchant caravan bearing the Toa tree emblem of Cashion are waiting in front of the town gate. You bring your horse to a halt and wait in line as the great door of rust-red iron slowly creaks open. A guard appears and gestures to the wagon and the caravan to enter, but he lowers his spear menacingly to prepare to follow. The town levy is 3 gold crowns, stranger. Pay or turn away. So, do you wish to pay the tax or do you just wish to ignore the guy?
I say we pay the tax. I mean, yeah, we're powerful, but we have to abide by some laws.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, then deduct 3 gold crowns.
Alright, that leaves us 27 left.
Yeah. You enter a wide street where black iron lanterns swing above the doors of shops and houses, their oily black smoke staining the walls and adding a pall of gloom to the darkening sky. The streets descend towards the river Quorl, where flatboats lie moored at the rich merchant wharves. Quorlen stands at the most northerly point on the river that can be navigated by boat and barge, and it is here that the river meets the caravan route to Cashion and the Last Lands, so ensuring the future of the town. As you approach to a wide stone bridge, you see an impressive-looking hostelry with stables and outhouses. A painted shield hangs above the courtyard gate, proudly displaying its name. The Barrel Bridge Tavern.
Huh.
The moment you enter the courtyard, a stable boy appears from nowhere and bids you welcome. He takes charge of your horse and shows you the door to the tavern hall. It is crowded despite the early hour, and a roaring fire blazes in its great stone hearth. The smell of roasting beef makes your mouth water, reminding you that you have not eaten today. Okay, and you do have gold crowns left, so you may also use your disciplines of pathmanship or divination now.
Divination.
Divination.
Indeed.
Seated near to the fireplace are three surly-faced drinkers, their tunics stained with the grime of travel. Each wear a red badge upon the breast embroidered with the crossed swords of Areta. You sense that they are soldiers of fortune, probably in the pay of a captain who comes from the same city. Do you wish to join these men and perhaps find out more about Areta? Do you wish to not approach them, instead go to the bar and ask about a room for the night? Or would you rather take a seat and order some food?
Maybe we should actually take a direct approach, if anything, to ask them for information, because I get the feeling if we just sit down, for some reason I get the feeling they might, do something.
I think we should talk to them too, mostly because we're going to Verada, so we might actually learn something important.
And there's no protest from Givinia, so that's what you'll be doing. The soldiers are swilling ale and reminiscing about their campaigns with wild exaggeration. They are brash and loud, but an uneasy sound quickly falls when they see you approach. You notice that their hands are no longer grasping mugs of ale. They now rest upon the hilt of their heavy-bladed sword. Do you wish to offer to buy them a drink? Do you wish to ask permission to join them? Or would you rather ignore them and take a seat somewhere else and order some food?
I think we should
ask for permission to join them, then we can offer them a drink afterwards, if they allow us to.
Again,
that does seem like the most polite approach.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to give them the impression that I'm just trying to get them drunk.
Okay, I can see the meaning of that. So yeah, we are asked if we can have a seat.
We have all the company we need, sneers a shiny-faced warrior, his cheek pockmarked by disease. State your business or be gone, lest our sword grow restless. Do you wish to introduce yourself? Do you wish to call their bluff and challenge them to a fight, or would you rather ignore them, take a seat elsewhere and order some food?
Well...
We have no reason to hide who we are.
Yeah, I would have to agree, but I would still like to hear Givinia's point.
Well, they said they didn't want company, so we might as well go get some food.
Then you have a tiebreaker, Rana. But do know they said state your business or be gone, so...
Well, then we might as well state our business.
Well, that may be the wiser, and yeah, if it came to combat, I think we'll pretty much skewer them half and half, so yeah. I say we state our business.
Well, that is introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Well, then let's introduce ourselves.
When they realize who you are, the suspicion vanishes to be replaced by respect. Your reputation, it seems, has spread far beyond the borders of your northern home. Eagerly, the three men offer you a seat and call for a fresh round of ales at their expense. They are clearly honored by your company and keen to press you about your exploits. You try to answer their barrage of questions with polite caution, taking care not to reveal the precise nature of your quest. However, despite their surly features and rough manners, you sense that these men are genuinely friendly. So I guess they're just suspicious because that's a healthy policy in these parts.
Yeah.
I can sort of see that.
A toast to our gallant friends! Cries the soldier with the pockmarked face. On battle! Shouts the red-haired man to his left. And a rich purse for the victor! Retorts the other. They laugh heartily and raise their flagons to their lips. Their smiling faces are completely hidden by the jugs as they drink their fill. A full minute of silence passes before the three jugs are slammed to the table, emptied of ale.
Yeah, I get the feeling this is sort of like human dwarves we have run into.
The strong beer soon dissolves any gardeners, and they become very talkative about themselves. You take this opportunity to ask them what they know of the lore stone of Areta. Legend. Belches the redhead. Myth or legend? Not so, interrupts Porkface. It's really not, but it was lost years ago. The lore stone is magical. It holds a power that can turn an ordinary man into a king! On hearing that, the other soldier sniggers, but Puffface ignores him and continues. The Lore Stone was once sent into the throne of Lyrish at the Tower of the King in Vareta, hundreds of years ago. During the War of the Lore Stone, it was stolen by a Salonese princess called Cascor. Prince called Cascor, I mean. He set the stone upon a gold scepter and used it in battle to inspire his followers. He believed that it made him invulnerable, but it was not so. He was killed in battle on board his royal barge at Rem, and the lost stone was lost when it fell from his hand into the depths of the river Storm. However, that's not the end of the story. There are many tales about the scepter having been found, but on the whole they have turned out to be fake, or merely fanciful. The legend says whoever wields the lost stone is the rightful ruler of all the Stormlands. For this reason, above all others, the lost stone is sought by many evil, unscrupulous men to further their dreams of power. If you wish to know more, you should go. You should go to Areta. There are many learned men who have devoted their lives to study of the lost stone. The scholars and sages of Brass Street. They are the people to help you. You thank the soldiers for his help and take your leave of the company.
Okay, can I get that again without the drunk talk? And maybe you should pause here so you can tell it to me.
Right, well, how much of it is it you want to know? Because if it's not much, I can just, say it quickly.
Okay, some people think the Lost Stone Foretta is a legend. Now, what did the extra drunk guy say?
Well, it was originally stolen by the Salonese prince called Cascor.
Wait, what did he say that it was supposedly able to do? It was supposed to be able to make a man a king, but what did he say before that?
To make him invulnerable in battle.
Look, just pause here and then tell me.
Yeah, okay. And we're here again. Now, do you wish to order some food or go to the bar and inquire about a room for the night?
Let's have some food. You're hungry after all.
You choose a seat near the corner, one that is laid for dinner and offer a clear view of the hall. A serving girl soon appears carrying a platter laden with roasted meat, and she proceeds to stack a generous helping on your plate. 2 gold crowns, if you please, sir, she says, presenting an open hand bloodied by the food. You pay. And you may deduct 2 of those now, 2 gold crowns now.
No worries, it is already done, and I can somehow see the Kai Lord going somewhere like Obelix. Give me food!
And settle down to your feast. While you're eating, you're approached by the innkeeper. He is a fat, oily individual with small pig's eyes. My lady tells me that he's tended to you. My lad tells me that he's tended to your mare. She's in good hand, dear. The best stay was an all quarrel. The man shifts nervously from one foot to the other as if he's uncomfortable in your presence. You'll be wanting room, I take it. You finish a mouthful of food before nodding your reply. You're in luck, my friend, he answers, obviously relieved that you have turned out to be a paying guest. We have 1 room left, room 17. He produces a plain old iron key from his apron pocket and sets it down beside your plate. That'll be 3 gold crowns, sir, in advance. You pay the innkeeper and slip the key into your pockets.
So I will just be withdrawing those gold. Pricey considering we are just, arriving. But yeah, anyway, it has been done.
Okay. Suddenly there's a mighty crash as the hall door is slammed shut. Into the tavern strikes a black-browed young lordling, wearing a flamboyant costume of gold and ebony. He makes a ceremonious display of removing his velvet cloak and pompously demands food and wine, and it takes 3 serving girls and the innkeeper to see to his wishes.
What's going on?
What?
That rolling sound, what's going on?
That's Gavinia's chair.
Oh.
Did you miss anything I said?
Yeah, pretty much all of it.
Right. He makes a ceremonious display of removing his velvet cloak and pompously demands food and wine, and it takes 3 serving girls and the innkeeper to see to his wishes. His manners is so insulting that you are not surprised to see the managed scars that disfigure his young face. He must be continually provoking fights and duels. The lordling chooses to seat himself at a table already occupied by a small, thin, inoffensive old man. Within seconds, there is a thunderous outburst of foul language. The lordling grabs the old man by the throat, lifts him in one-handedly from the seat, and hurls him to the floor. You sniveling toad! How dare you sit with me, he bellows! And there's a
Yeah.
picture of the charming lad.
Wow, what an asshole.